So today we're doing about neuroeconomics. So neuroeconomics is a field of study of neuropsychology and economics combined together. And it's commonly used in marketing because marketers want to understand what compels people to buy their items and what makes them want to buy them items. Yeah.
Okay, so we discussed about Robert Cialdini's 6 principles of persuasion. And so the first one was reciprocity. And this is when people have an obligation to pay back to those who owed them. So basically, in restaurants, they conducted an experiment that they give out mints as a small gift to the consumers at the end, like the customers, to sort of give as a gift so that they think that they would owe them back later on, which is for tips. And this gives an increasingly big amount of influence because the increase in tips was about 3%, which is a lot. And then the next one is about scarcity. And people tend to like products that there's less of. So limited edition products, marketers try to use so that it's unique and yeah. And so the next one is authority. And physiotherapists like to use credentials on their walls in their office to show their credibility, and so that the customers would believe them more if they asked to do something. And so yeah. And then the next one is consistency, which is people like to be committed to certain things. And this is Please Drive Safely campaign, and this shows how customers like to be committed into doing something if the producers want them to. And then the next one is liking, and people tend to like people because they give them compliments, or they have the same interests, or they go towards a similar goal. And so in businesses, people tend to figure each other out, or tend to know each other more before they start their business, because that would increase their chance of working together better. And the last one is consensus, and this is when people tend to follow others. And in hotels, they say save our planet and reuse the towels, and this shows how other people have reused the towels, and it shows how they follow other people who reuse the towels, and this shows how they reach a consensus for the environment. Yeah.
So we figured out that packaging also makes a difference in consumerism. So we wanted to see if these packages actually make a difference in the profits that these companies make, especially in cereal boxes. So then some Cornell researchers actually did a research called the cereal box psychology, and the report is called Eyes in the Aisle, a wise Cap'n Crunch looking down on my child. So Cap'n Crunch is the one on the very left corner. It's a cereal brand specifically for kids. So then these researchers' aim was to first see if these cartoon characters on these cereal boxes make eye contact with these children, and second, if this spokes characters actually influence consumer choice. So then these researchers investigated 65 different brands in 10 different supermarkets in New York and Connecticut. And then they found that surprisingly, there was a average downward gaze of these cartoon characters drawn on these cereal boxes of 9.67 degrees. And this is because most children cereal boxes are located in the bottom 2 shelves. So then when these cartoon characters, their eyes, it seems like it's following them. So wherever they're looking at, either from the top or the bottom or from the sides, the eye consistently follows these children around so that they feel more connected to this brand. And also this 3 significant figure accuracy of these angles are also shown in what's so-called the adult cereal boxes. So then, for example, these tricks rabbit, their eyes are looking 0.43 degrees upwards, and this is because these adult cereal boxes are located in the top 2 shelves. So then that makes sense. Like it has a difference on where these people are standing and where their eye level is. So as you can see, these adult characters are looking more straight ahead, and these characters are looking down because the kids are shorter. So then apparently these eye contact increases brand trust by 16%. So these researchers did research on the Trix rabbit. So one is looking at the cereal bowl directly, and one is looking directly at the consumers. So they found that when the Trix box was altered, so the eyes were looking directly at the consumers, the brand trust increased by 16%, and then there was a 28% increase in brand connection. So we know that packaging does make a difference in consumerism. So maybe next time you guys visit a supermarket, you can try finding if they actually follow you around.
So the one I did was color psychology. So color has the ability to affect advanced cognitive thinking, and there's several factors that affect it, such as sex, age, and age, and other factors. So the main color that's used in marketing is red, as red tend to make people more hungry, as it was showing that red, when someone looks at the color red, your blood flow increases in your digestive systems, which speeds up your metabolism, which makes you hungry. So a lot of fast foods use red as in their logos and in the stores, such as McDonald's. So if you walk by a McDonald's, you probably will feel really hungry. And also Burger King. And therefore a lot of like American diners, like the really retro ones, they use a lot of red in their decors to make their customers more hungry and buy more products. And also the color blue tends to make the person more like not hungry. So a lot of people use it for diets. For example, if you're doing a diet, it's really recommended to use a blue plate instead of a red plate or any other color, as blue makes you less hungry. There's no exact like biological evidence, but a lot of case studies shows that when people see the color blue, they feel less hungry. And also orange tends to like buy in more impulsive buyers. And this also doesn't really have any biological evidence, but it has a lot of case evidences that people, when they see the color blue, orange, they feel more impulsive to buy an actual item.
So I focused on music psychology and how it impacts supermarkets and in economics. So there's a link between music, how fast music affects like what consumers tend to buy. So the aim of the study conducted by Newleyman was to link the possibilities of music and supermarkets of consumers. So they found that so they placed the 3 different variables were no music, slow music, and fast music. And they found that there was a significant difference in faster paces of music. And they found that there was a 38.2% increase in sales when they increased the speed of music.
Yeah, that's it.